All right. Good afternoon. Hey, Stella, are you able to hear me, Stella? Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay? I think I was talking there for a couple of moments to myself because I was on mute. Hello. Awesome. All right. Let me take this banner off. Ta-da! Right, let me get back to some comments here. Hello, Stella. Hello, Donna. Hey, Shannon. Hello, Beverly. All right. So, I continue to play around with all of these different pieces of technology, and I was getting brave and was going to do something different, but at the last minute, I saw my phone freeze up on me. So I was like, nope, can't do this. So I like switched everything back to the last minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just starting out on my computer webcam right now, and then I'm going to switch it. So I'm not really worried about y'all being able to see me while I'm demoing. So I'm more focused on the display. So thank you for sharing, Bev. But so I'll be starting on here and then flipping over. So let's get some. Well, just want to welcome you. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. I need to make sure I'm looking at the right camera. Welcome. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. And I am live. Today's Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time in order to show you how to use your Stampin' Up! Products to make your handmade cards, home decor projects, gift-giving ideas, pretty much a little bit of everything. And then on Wednesdays, I post videos. I used to be live, but now I post pre-recorded videos, which is a little different for me. So for scrapbook page layout. So if you're interested in, hello Nadine. If you're interested in learning how to use your Stampin' Up! Products for scrapbook page layouts, I invite you to come and watch at 10 a.m. every Wednesday, 10 a.m. IM Central Standard Time. So hopefully that works for everybody. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to be working with a really cute bundle today called the Christmas Scottie. But before we do that, let me try to limit it to about 5 minutes to some announcements. Okay, so let's go. Let me get this right one up here. All right, real quickly, for those of you that know what our paper pumpkin is all about, don't forget your deadline to subscribe to our next paper pumpkin kit is August the 10th. Look at that box, y'all. This is going to be, this one's called Sweet Sunflowers and includes a free gift, which is that honeycomb, that gold honeycomb kind of accessory you see down there on the bottom right-hand corner. But for those of you that don't know what Paper Pumpkin is, it's our monthly paper crafting subscription service. So just like you get makeup boxes and other kind of goodies once a month, Stampin' Up! Has this particular subscription where you can get a crafting subscription box, and everything you need is in that box in order to create that month's project. So every single month it's different. So if you're looking for an economical way to get your crafting on, definitely Paper Pumpkin is the way to go. And the links to everything will be in the event description. So make sure you go check out all of those links. We are also promoting, get this switched over here, our Crafting for a Cause all the way through the beginning of January. And for every, let me put the picture up of the actual kit. Our Nourish and Flourish kit contains enough supplies for 9 embossed cards, card bases, 3 of each design. They're really cute cards. There's no stamping whatsoever that you have to worry about on this one. Everything's already pre-printed for you, pre-die cut. That $39 also includes that really super cute lunchbox up at the top left. It's really cute. $39 all the way through, and $3 to each sale goes to food scarcity programs. So just know that you're supporting a good cause with that. And then there's still several spots available for my Fall into Creativity weekend retreat. So if you are interested in attending a weekend retreat in our Texas Hill Country, you are invited. The link to register and complete the survey so I know how to invoice you is also in the information link. So make sure to check out the description for that link. And then you can also take it to go. So if you're not able to actually go and you still want to participate, there's 2 add-on classes that you can choose from and several different options depending on whether you want to arrive Thursday or Friday, or whether you want meals or not, or whether you want the add-on classes. So make sure you go check that out. And then the last thing I want to throw up here is, in a couple of weeks, more like 3 weeks, I guess, I'm having my giant craft sale. My tables are getting full. I'm trying to get everything out and presentable and easy to shop through. And you name it, if it's retired, I probably have it. Things can be new in package, slightly open, barely used, never used, almost all used, but everything I have that's retired will be here. Bundles, designer series paper, lots of ribbon, like I said, you name it, but everything is retired and needs to go to a good home. So if you are in my area, which I'm in the San Antonio, Texas area, you're invited to come. Make sure you RSVP so I can send you the details on how to get here and how to get through the gate. So there we go. All right. So now I'm going to flip this camera. Let me get back to comments and catch up real quick. I am streaming to both Facebook and YouTube. Hello, Denise. And thank you for sharing, Shannon. I think I'm caught up. So during the demonstration, also, I always forget to say this, but during the demonstration, I do have 2 mods in the chat. I've got Shannon and Beverly. So if you have a question about anything, feel free to ask it. If I don't see it, one of them will see it and answer it for me. So I just want to make sure that if you have any questions along the way, that you feel free to ask, and we'll do our best to get those answered for you during today. But I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera down. So I got a drawing to do. Hold on. I got a drawing to do. All right. So I have to make sure I share my screen right this time. All right. So what am I giving away? Last week, if you joined me, I put together some make and takes from the last team meeting, the July team meeting, and got 4 cards here. I think you can see these the right way. We're going to do, let's see. Some of you may or may not have these, depending on if you're a part of the Stamp Therapist group, which, by the way, Jennifer, I have my shirt on. Got my Stamp Therapist shirt on. Let's see. Let's do these 2. We've got, see if you can see those there. We've got these 2 that we're going to do the drawing for. This one says Merry Christmas, and this one says Love and Warmth. I think y'all can see those. Y'all can read those. Okay, and then the second set will be these 2. I think y'all can see those. There we go. Okay, so let me get my screen share. Share screen. Share screen. There's the part that I missed the last time. All right. And I think y'all can see this. I think I'm sharing. Window. Entire screen. There we go. Now y'all can see that, because now it's telling me to stop share. Okay, So here's the wheel from last week. If you were wondering how you can get on this wheel, let me shuffle these. The shuffle happens like super quick. So I'm going to shuffle this a few times. When you like, comment, or share any of my videos, you get entered onto the wheel. And if you share, make sure that you type shared in the comments, because that actually gets you an extra entry onto the wheel. So what we're going to do is the first set of cards. Let me spin this. There we go. There's supposed to be some sound. I'm not sure why there's not sound. That's okay. At least it's doing. Oh, look. Oh, there's the sound. Okay, that's weird. So Shannon Howe, and look, y'all, it was her share. So Shannon, you got the first set of cards. Congratulations. Yes, even my mods can win. And then the second set, let's just, let's play this again. Oh, it's just going to redraw. Okay, so let's do the second set. Diane Kilborn. I don't know if Diane's watching right now. I know she was watching last week, but hey, congratulations, Diane. I don't know if you ever got the make and takes, but if you didn't, at least you have a couple of cards now. So let me close this. Let me stop sharing. All right, yeah. It says, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There he goes. It's kind of delay. Woohoo! Everybody likes to win. I know I like to win. Yes, congratulations. All right, so now let me get this flipped around. Let me change my camera. Trying a new camera. I have no idea how it's going to sound on replay. It sounded fine last night, but we're going to find out. Okay, let me close that. All right, there we go. Let me see if I can straighten that up a little bit. There we go. All right, let's. Okay, also, I just want to remind you, as you are watching, sorry, I still have a squeaky chair, you guys. The host code is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and for those of you that missed, I seem to be missing a card. I am missing a card. Let's see. Here it is. It's the monthly host code, the monthly online ordering free kit in the mail special. So every single month I have an online ordering special. So when you place at least an order of at least $25 or more on my website, you get a free kit in the mail in order to make, basically, it's a set of cards. And this month is using the Cottage Rose Suite, and there's that card. There's that card and coordinating envelopes. These are note card sizes, and these are actually the craft note cards and envelopes. And so there's another one, and then there's another one right there. So you get a free kit in the mail. It looks just like this. Everything is cut for you, die cut for you, embossed. It has whatever accessories you need in order to make those particular cards. The only thing I can't do is the stamping. And so you'll either have to own Cottage Rose Bundle in order to stamp and or die cut the, like this particular flower, it won't be die cut because you need to stamp it and then die cut it. But the paper's in there. And there's also a piece of designer series paper, so you can manually cut out one of the flowers from the DSP and replace it if you choose not to put the actual image on there. But yes, it's a free kit in the mail. It will have the link to the tutorials and everything. And if your order's $50 or more, you're going to get a coordinating accessory, which is it's the matte dots. It's a package of these matte dots that come in 4 different colors. So it's a whole package of those. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay. Now, before I go, I want to make sure, can y'all all hear me okay? Like, does it sound at least decent? Because I was noticing on my replays the last several times that it just did not sound clear at all. And so I've been trying new webcams to figure out, you know, what's going on. So in the meantime, I'm going to pull up. Okay, you can hear okay? All right, well, good deal. I'll just continue to talk as loud as I can and as clear as I can. So for those of you that have your holiday catalogs, the July to December 22 mini catalog, on page 34, there is a really cute bundle called the Christmas Scottie Bundle. Look at that. It's so cute. So I wanted to take a little break in July and do a couple of Christmas cards. I normally don't. And so here is the stamp set. You've got 3 different images of the Scottie, and then you've got this plaid stamp. It's pretty large. Some other images for bows, which honestly, I'm not crazy about. I'm not crazy about the little punched out bow. But on the Scottie Dog Punch, you've got a Scottie. Now you only get him in that one particular pose, but you also have a bow at the top that you can punch out. And there's some really cute sentiments. You are always loved. Merry Christmas. May your days be furry and bright. And then you have this wolf down here. And then you've got these 3 little snowflakes up here, and then these ribbon, what are they, trills? Ribbon trills, and all these little ribbon parts, which honestly, I did not take the time to play with all of these, so I have no idea what they do. I don't. And I've not seen any other cards that have had those little pieces on it. I've seen other cards that have had this punched out bow, and I'm just not crazy about that punched out bow. It just, I don't know. I just wasn't digging it. So on my cards today, I didn't use that bow. I decided to just continue to use some linen thread and some other ribbons. So let's go ahead and do our first card, which is going to be, let me make sure. Yes, I got it. Super easy and super cute. Look at that. It is literally, I decided I wanted to use the Lights Aglow designer series paper. It's a 6x6 pack of some Christmas paper that's part of the whole Lights Aglow suite. So I decided to use this particular one, and I loved the cherry cobbler. So that's in cherry cobbler. So we're going to be putting that one together first. And let me get my pieces. We are working with Berry Vanilla. And I have already, I've already done most of this here. So I've already pre-scored my folder. And I'm just going to use my bone folder to help burnish that edge a little bit to get it a little bit more crisp. And I didn't get... Let's see. I forgot to mount the limited edition, so let me pull one. Let's see. Let's do this one. We're going to do Just For You. Okay, we're going to stamp the back of our card, and we are going to stamp in, you know what, for all of these, I'm just going to use Memento ink since it's right here. Okay, so let's stamp the back, Just For You. Okay, Okay, and then on our front, we have this piece of designer series paper. Super cute. Stars and kind of looks like semi snowflakes. I'm going to put this down. Look at the other side of that. Is that not gorgeous? That's gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to put this down smack in the middle. It's our standard size, 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to make sure that is centered on the front there. And then I did break out the contour die, the scalloped contour dies. This is a nice favorite. Love those dies. We are going to put, I'm going to put a dimensional on the back corners, each corner. Okay, and we're going to put that right in the center. See how pretty this is going to be? Simple. These cards do not have to be hard at all. And then, oh, you know what? Oh my God. Oh, but it's still flat right there. I forgot I was supposed to stamp on there. May your days be furry and bright. Hold on. We're going to make this happen. And let me get my... Y'all are probably telling me too. And I was like, just going on. We're going to stamp this in Memento ink. So let me get that ink up really good. And it's still flat right there. So I'm going to make this happen. Y'all beginners, don't try that at home, okay? But you can recover because I put the dimensionals on the corners. So this part was still able to be flattened down. But I was supposed to stamp before I put this down, okay? So you definitely want to do stamping before you put your stuff down. So in case it doesn't go flat and then you mess up your card, okay? All right. So let me put that aside. And then I have a scrap piece of Very Vanilla. And we are going to take, which one is it? It's this one. We're going to take the Scottie that's looking that way, and I'm going to ink them up with some Memento ink. Get that pretty good. And let me get that. Press that down a little bit. These are photopolymer, which, you know, I love photopolymer. I'm not worried about stamping a bow. But if you wanted to stamp the bow and the Scottie at the same time, you can definitely do that by creating a template. So you basically punch a piece, you know, punch it, and then you use this as a guide to stamp in the middle of it so that you can punch both of them out at the same time. I've done that before on some other things, so just know that when it comes to punches like this where you have multiple things you can punch out at one time, you can do a template. And I'm just trying to line this up because I'm looking sideways and that looks about right. Punch that out. And then you have that little piece. If you want to use that, you can use that, but I'm not using it. Y'all already know how I feel about that little piece. Okay, and then we're going to put a dimensional on the back. And we're going to put him right there. And because I'm not going to use that bow, I decided I was going to use our seam binding, our crinkled seam binding ribbon. And what I did, ooh, it's kind of long. Let me get a piece of paper there. I wanted it to match. Okay, so for those of you that haven't seen this and don't know about this, but our crinkled seam binding ribbon, you can take our Stampin' Blends, and this one is Cherry Cobbler Dark. This is the dark cherry cobbler. I need to color some more of this. You can take our Stampin' Blends and make this ribbon whatever color you want. So you can get real custom with your ribbon with these, and I think that's enough. Yeah, I might have a couple of colors there because I had a little bit left over from the first time. And it dries really, really quick because it is alcohol based. So what I'm going to do is, I think I did more than what I needed, but that's okay. I'm going to make a bow. I'm gonna make a bow. I'm gonna make a bow. Here we go. Here's the bow. Come on. Hold on, guys. There we go. Just trying to get that little tail. And I don't want it to be a very big bow. So I'm going to keep pulling these until it gets small enough to where I can put right around his neck. And that'll work. Let's trim that. Let's trim that off. There we go. Move that out of the way. You definitely want to put something on your surface to protect it. And let me pull this a little bit so I can get that a little bit smaller. Oh, there we go. I'm like, I got it this small. I'm going to mess it up. Okay. Let's grab a glue dot and put it on the back of that. And then let's put that right around his neck. It just looks more cute than that other bow, I think. Oops, sorry about that. See, I just, I don't know. I like that better. And then what I did is I took you don't have to do it on here. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what y'all think. All right, so basically that's the card. The one on the left, what I did was I put a basic rhinestone jewel on his eye just to give it a little bling. But which one do y'all like? Do y'all like it with the rhinestone or without the rhinestone? I kind of like it both ways. So I'm going to leave the rhinestone off because you can see the little black part in his eye. And I tried to move the rhinestone over to kind of so you can see a little bit of the white. So just know that's an option. If you're doing this, you can put a little rhinestone in his eye and give him a little twinkle. Shannon says without. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the without. Okay, so the prize is going to be, the one without. But if you want to add one once you get it on, definitely add it on. Just know that it's going to kind of look like that. All right, so that's the first card. Real simple, cute. Throw a little bow around his neck. Coordinates with the cherry cobbler in the back there. All right, now the next card is even more simple, I think. And this particular one is using the free silver and gold specialty paper, as well as the gold, what's it called? The distressed gold paper out of the, I think it's out of the annual catalog. And I'm just using a little bit of piece too. It's not a very big piece at all. And when I originally stamped this, I stamped this with basic gray, but I think on this next one, I'm going to go ahead and use the Memento Black to see if this stands out a little bit more. Okay, so if you have scraps of any designer series paper, really, you can do this. This is where some scraps come in, where you kind of create little faux, should I do this? Yes, little faux presents. Okay, so we have our basic white base, and let me stamp the back. Just for you. Okay, and then I have a regular 4x5 1/4 piece of basic white, and I do need to stamp on there, so make sure you stamp, Barbara. Okay, so I'm going to put that down, and then we're going to be using this Scottie, the one that's kind of looks like he's sitting up on his back end there. And I'm going to go ahead and do Memento Black, just so he stands out a little bit more. And give it just a little bit of pressure. Oh yeah, he's really going to stand out. And then also I'm going to stamp in. You can certainly do another color, or if you wanted it to kind of match with this gold, you can emboss that. as well. So let me put Merry Christmas right there. Cover that up. And then let's put some adhesive on the back and attach this to our front. Super, super simple. Oops, let me get this scooched back over a little bit. Scooch back over. All right, that's gonna have to work. Okay, and then I have three little squares. For those of you that want to know right now what these squares are, this bottom one is 1 3/4. So these squares are going to be square 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. It's going to be the bottom one, and I'm going to put that down with a dimensional, and I'm going to move it kind of over here where it looks like he's up against it. Okay, and then the second square is that distressed gold paper, and that one is 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. And we're going to put a dimensional on the back of that one and just kind of set it right above there. And then this one should be 1 by 1. 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Yeah, 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. That way, take the guesswork out of that for y'all. If y'all want to recreate another card and want this pile of presents to go on there. Okay, so now we have all our presents stacked, and then we have our gold shimmer ribbon. And I'm going to make a bow and leave. I'm going to try to pull these as much as I can. There we go. I want these to be long. That way I can let them kind of fall down. Okay. So let me get, I'd rather have too much than not enough. And let me get a couple of, I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on the back of this one. And we're going to put this right at the top. Okay. Put that right at the top. And then let me get my take your pick tool and some more, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these this way. Okay, and I'm going to put a glue dot right back behind there. That way it keeps that part down. Okay, so I got a glue dot on the end of my take your pick tool, and then I put a glue dot back there, and then wherever you want it to fall, just let it fall down, and then put your glue dot on there. Let's do like that. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to twist it the opposite way. Did I twist it too much? Where's my glue dot? No, there it is. So I think I twisted it too much. All right, let's get that glue dot off. Let's try this again. I want it right there. Oh, come on now. There we go. Okay, and then I want these to kind of stay. I think on my other one I did that too. So let me get a glue dot. I want the backs of these ribbons to kind of stay in place. So I just kind of put a glue dot back behind each one of these so it stays in place. And then I decided to take out and use the champagne rhinestone jewels because I wanted to put some jewels around his neck, and these seem to be the one that kind of match the most with the gold. So we're going to give him a little, he is a pampered Scottie. So we're going to give him some bling around his neck. And one more. And I'm using the small ones, but you can definitely use the big ones. But I think the smaller ones look a little better. All right. there you have it. There is the card number 2. Well, hello, Terry. Hello, Joanne. Welcome. So there's card number 2. He's got a little bling around his neck. Merry Christmas. All right, and then the last one is this one. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use that little plaid stamp, and on this one, we have Sahara sand as our base. I think this Sahara sand and this evening evergreen look really, really good together. Okay, so let's stamp the back. Okay, and on the front, what I did is I decided to use that little snowflake. Let's do this. Let me bring this back. Decided to use the little snowflake, and we're just going to randomly stamp along the edges on both sides. You only do on the sides because we're going to be covering up that middle part. Okay, so let me see if I can get a couple of different. There we go. I think that'll work. And then the same designer series paper that the same designer series pack, the Lights Aglow pack. I took this piece of evening evergreen out. It's got some really small snowflakes there, and we're going to put that right in the center. Look at the other side. Oh, I hate covering up sometimes the other sides because they're also so gorgeous. Okay, so let's put that right there in the center, sort of the center. Okay. And then I have this piece of basic white, and in the middle of that, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Merry Christmas one. We're going to stamp Merry Christmas. And that is all the stamping. Oops, sorry about that. I pulled the wire accidentally. So let's put that away. And we're going to put this one in the middle. Terry, I saw you on, I don't know if you saw my comment, Terry, but I was in the, on the online retreat yesterday. And I can't remember whose video it was, but I was like, there's Terry. So I said hi. So I don't know if you saw me or not, because the chat was going by pretty quickly. All right, so there we have it. There's that. And then there is going to be another piece I need to put on the inside. And if you're doing this card and you have something that you're going to stamp on the inside, definitely stamp before you put this piece in. I'm going to put this on the inside here. Get that piece out of the way so I don't accidentally use it. All right. This is the part. I'm going to try to not have my anxiety get the best of me here, guys. I think I'll use this side. So on this one, I am using that plaid stamp because I'm going to stamp the cardstock. Okay, so let me get that inked up with this plaid. Yeah, we did. I did. I saw you, and I was like, oh my God. But that was just a chance that I saw your name going through in the chat because I was like, maybe I should get another piece. I don't know if that's going to be, let me see. Let me get another piece of evening evergreen because I don't think that's going to be, I don't want to chance it. Let me get another piece real quick. Okay, here we go. I am going to stamp on this scrap piece of evening evergreen. Press that down a little bit. This plaid, I'm using Minto ink. And then what I'm going to do is take the Scottie punch and I'm going to punch him out. Now, Okay, so now I have a little Scottie. Let me bring that up a little bit so you can see that. There you go, in plaid. I also have a little punched out bow in plaid. If I wanted to use that, I might give this a little love later with something else. So I'm not going to throw that away completely. But now I have a little Scottie in plaid. And for the life of me, because my brain only works like certain ways sometimes, so there's probably a way to do this, but what I did is I wanted two different Scotties. I wanted a Scottie going one way and a Scottie going the other way, and my brain was not functioning the way I wanted it to, so I want a Scottie going that way in plaid. But the punch only goes one way, so what I did is I punched him out and flipped him over so that he can go this way, and then I'm going to take that plaid punch and I'm just going to stamp over the punched one. I hope that made sense. There we go. We're just going to stamp over him this way, that way I get the back side. I'm sure if my brain was thinking a little more clearer, I could probably still do it by flipping the punch the other way. But I was just like, yeah, I just wasn't thinking. All right, so now I have two Scotties. One's looking to my left and one's looking to the right. And then I'm going to be using the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. We're going to be using the Sahara Sand, which is right up top. And then we're also going to be using our flat Jingle Bell trinkets. We have flat Jingle Bell trinkets in our holiday catalog. I'm going to get a couple of those out. Y'all remember a couple of years back, we actually had the little jingle bells. They were like silver, and these are more. These are like I don't know, what is it? It's not gold, but it's like I can't think of what I'm trying to say. But it's like I'm not going to say distressed, but it's not distressed. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, that's what they look like up close. But they're flat. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Carol. Thank you for sharing, Carol. Antique Brass. Thank you, Sherry. It doesn't say that on there, but that's exactly what I was trying to say. All right, so let me get and I think I just knocked over my little Stampin' Up! Trash bag. I'm going to measure out, just so my anxiety doesn't get like the best of me like right now. I'm going to measure out about 7 inches. And let me do a couple of them. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around his neck, basically, and tie a bow, as opposed to just doing a bow and attaching it to a glue dot. Because I want to be able to attach this little flat trinket. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around his little neck first. And then I want the trinket to be on the bottom. So I'm going to thread the Jingle Bell trinket through the bottom one here. There you go. All right, I'm going to try to go slow so I can get this right the first time. There we go. That's why I cut a little bit extra, because I think on my samples, I was just like, oh my God. My anxiety was kicking in because I shorted myself on the amount of thread. Okay, that looks really bad. All right, there we go. I got it tightened. Now I can pull these in. I know some of y'all might have problems tying bows, and I do too, because my little pinchers work, but they only work for so long before I get frustrated with myself and just like, So I don't want to give anybody anxiety while I'm doing this. But I had to do this. I would have done one already, and then I'm going to just trim the excess off a little bit. And then you can definitely bring those in a little more and tighten them if you wanted to give him there we go. Now we're going to throw a dimensional on the back. I had to do these separate because I had to stamp on this bottom Scottie. So we're going to put him kind of going that direction. And then with my other one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this one through the bottom. If I can grab it. There we go. Well, I hope y'all are just having a fabulous day wherever you are. Staying cool. And OMG, did we get our electric bill in the last few days? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was not fun to look at. All right, this one's probably going to go a little bit easier. Yay, it did. Okay, so let me pull that down a little more. Y'all make sure to check on your elderly neighbors and pets. People not keeping their pets outside during these hot hours. Oh my gosh. Ours are inside where it's cool, and we only let Mello, y'all know Mello, he's a big white Akita, and we only let him out at nighttime. So he gets to stretch his legs, but he's out. Oh. And I normally don't like to leave him out overnight, but you kind of don't have a choice. There we go. Phew, I think that is it. That's it. Okay, so let me bring back. There you go. Look at that. Cute. 96 in Connecticut. Oh, I don't even know where we're at right now. I mean, I went out earlier to grab something to eat before I got started, but I don't even know. Who knows? It's probably 300 degrees outside for all I know. All right, so let's bring this back. There was card number 3, number 2, and number 1. There you go. Let's see. Nadine. Let me see. I got to get to my... That way I can see this a little bit better. I don't care for this stamp set, but really like how you have the stacked packages on the second card with ribbon on top. I'll be using this idea on a Christmas scrapbooking page. Yay! Nadine is one of my scrapbooking friends from the New York area. So she likes to scrapbook, but I get it. I totally get it. It's kind of like I don't like that. It's kind of like how I don't like that little bow on the top. It just doesn't look real. So that's why I decided on these cards to use a ribbon, for around the neck, use a little ribbon, and then use some bling, and then on that one, use some thread in order to put something a little bit more realistic around his little neck and make him a little bit more cute. So, yeah. So, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Carol. Carol loves all 3 cards. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Joanne. You just bought the punch. And Joanne's from New York. I didn't know that. Well, maybe I didn't realize that. Thank you. Well, thank you all for joining today. I was trying to keep this less than an hour, and I'm right at about 50 minutes. So thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the cards today and this little Christmas Scottie bundle. I don't remember how much. Let me see. I don't remember how much this Christmas Scottie bundle was. How much was he? How much was he? Where did he go? Let's see. He's $36.75. And that includes the stamp and the punch. Yeah. So I will load the supply list. After the video, I just got to attach the video link to that. And then Terry says, you make us things we may not have originally thought of. Well, that's what I'm here for. And you know what? Terry and I, for those of you that are trying to figure out what Terry and I were talking about earlier, we were both on an online retreat all day yesterday and then a few hours Friday evening. I had to watch the replays on Friday. I think I watched anyway. But we were part of an online retreat, and I don't know about you, Terry, but I learned some really cool folds and some cool techniques. Even a technique using toilet paper, you guys. I don't know that I'm going to get brave enough to use that, but that was a really cool technique that I think it was Brandy Cox is the one that demonstrated that. And the cards were gorgeous. I was like, oh my God, that's like rippled toilet paper. And it totally was awesome. So I'm going to have to play with that a little bit myself. And if I get brave enough to use the toilet paper, I know some of y'all have probably used toilet paper on cards before, but it is a really neat technique. And so I'm going to have to really play with that. And hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe next Saturday we'll play with toilet paper and cards and some embossing. So yeah, anyway, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you all for joining me today. Have a great day wherever you are. Like I said, make sure you stay cool, check on your elderly neighbors and their pets. But most of all, make sure you stay crafty. So we will see y'all. Don't forget, I'll be posting a video Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. for layout number 39, page number 2. So if you want to join us then, it's not a live, it's a pre-recorded, but it'll be posted as a premiere. So you'll still get notifications when it goes quote unquote live. Okay. So y'all have a great day. Bye.